Here we are at Harvey Homestead. It's 4th of July, July 4th, 2017, and they're working here. And there's someone running their hands and knees. Looks like in the onion patch. Gabriel. Here's the farm stand. Do you have any veggies? Take a peek in the farm stand. I can't believe how cool it is today, July 4th. A little breezy. Garlic.
Garlic scapes. Okay. So you would use it as you would use chard. Only
You
less. Only less.
Use less?
Yep.
Huh, I don't think I've ever heard of that or even used it. And what do? You chop it up like chives?
Yep. Yep. It's
Isn't that
part
interesting?
Of the garlic.
Garlic, top of the garlic.
Yep.
Great. And this is parsley here? Italian parsley.
Yep. And then you have kale.
Kale?
I think all this is kale. Yep.
So that's all they got right now?
Yeah.
They don't have no beet greens yet or anything.
No, it's
A little early for it. And they don't have any scallions picked. Bringing in the hay. At Harvey Homestead, Musterfield Farm in North Sutton, New Hampshire. Home of my ancestors. Mariam Harvey and Benjamin Critchett lived here. Frequented the tavern. Her brother was my great uncle, Matthew Harvey. Matthew Harvey Homestead.
Is that wheel trick? Yeah, the one is Jack's got a 10 minutes, so we'll still on that plan.
Everything's still kind of small.
Where's number 1? What?
Where are you going now?
We're going to start at number 1 and
Okay. Do the little walking tour? Okay. The lady said to go ask her if she will pick us some scallions or whatever we want. Whatever's available.
Grandma, this is not me at my best.
Well, I'm not even got you. I'm doing the flowers. The flowers are at their best. Well, maybe not in full bloom yet. I mean, towards the middle of summer and fall, this is gorgeous. The plants and the flowers are all full bloom. They go with the hay into the barn. Exciting seeing them working on July 4th. Go see what Gabriel found. I heard a frog. Did you find a frog?
Oh my! It's a bullfrog.
Found a bullfrog?
There's little baby frogs in
I want to hear croak. A baby frog.
Yeah, you can.
Don't fall in the pond.
He's not that big. He's about the size of the one getting caught. No, that one's way bigger.
Gabriel trying to take a picture of a frog.
Duck out there.
Yeah, look at that.
What do you see, a duck?
A duck, a female duck, just eating the greenery.
How come I can't see her?
He's on his back. He was on his back swimming upside down.
That's my life, Gabe.
Where's the duck?
She's over in the bushes.
In the bushes now.
Change his color, look. He's already a lot darker.
Baby.
Yep.
What?
A baby frog.
They're everywhere.
A baby frog.
See, look. Oh. Look, be careful.
they're
They're
hopping.
jumping.
Are those baby tadpoles or
No.
baby
They're little baby
bullfrogs?
I think they're baby bullfrogs.
Well, they were tadpoles to begin with, now they're frogs, right?
I think they're baby bullfrogs.
The little baby frog.
Little baby frogs.
Gabe, I got one.
Here.
I'm gonna get a whole handful.
A whole handful.
He's gonna get a whole handful.
Oh no, it jumped.
You got a whole handful? Let me see.
No, I only got 2.
Well, that's
That's half a handful.
there's one jumping over there. I see the grass moving. They're all trying to escape you. That's what they're trying to do. Look at this one over there. How many you got in there, Gabriel?
No.
2.
I got 3.
One jumped out.
You got 3.
Got 3.
4.
That's my grandkids.
Frog catchers.
Only got 2 now.
Too bad it's not Sunday. They do tours 1 to 4, July, August, and September. And Sunday afternoons. Harvey Homestead. Home of our ancestors' hobbies. They do have cows here. I don't know, are they out in the pasture?
Some bunnies in the garden. Pretty sure.
These grand old trees. I just feel so much at home here. This place is so peaceful, so serene. Harvey Homestead. What's growing in the garden down there? Squash. Apple trees. Little apples starting to grow.
Yeah, they're itty bitty.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna eat it. No, I'm not. It won't taste no good.
Apples.
Apples on those trees. These are different.
These are apples.
This is apple. This is different kind of apple. Are they like a red delicious? Or a golden delicious?
I think, you know, when people first, they would make sure they had apple trees in their homesteads.
I think this is a golden delicious, I think.
Back of Harvey Homestead. There are cows. I don't know if they, maybe they're in the barn. That's pretty over there. Harvey Homestead. Matthew Harvey settled here in 1772. Active in church and affairs of the beginnings of the town. Son Matthew was governor in 1830. Son Jonathan led the state senate, general court. Both were members of the U.S. Congress. Jonathan inherited the farm in 1799. It was occupied by his descendants until 1941. The 30th New Hampshire Regiment mustered at this place. And all these buildings were brought in years later by the next owner, who had the good insight to preserve it for all of us to enjoy. And he brought all these buildings in.
They're poisonous?
Definitely. Organisms only have plastic colors.
Which are poisonous.
They're poisonous.
Wild strawberries. If it isn't frogs, it's wild strawberries. What do they look like, Jackelyn?
Look like strawberries.
My daughter's got a couple in her hands. Wild strawberries.
This is my strawberry picking stance.
What you got, Jackelyn?
Tiny.
Teeny tiny strawberry.
Tiny strawberry.
My granddaughter Jackelyn.
To go with the
17 years
teeny
old.
tiny frogs.
And she has a teeny tiny frog. And my grandson, who are also Harvey descendants. Gabriel, he's 13, almost 14.
Nuh-uh.
Live in
I'm
Missouri.
You wish.
At the schoolhouse.
Constructed 1810. One room to teach all students. In continuous use in nearby Croydon until 1938. Stout hand-hewn frame shows the care which it was built.
They're working on it. You can't go inside.
Is
The
that
door
all it
is.
says in there for number one?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Okay, this is spot number one on the tour.
That is number two. It might be.
Number 2 is the Hildreth Barn.
Oh no, that's it. This is the kids' playhouse. The kids found the play area.
Sand.
This is actually number 26.
Should I read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
There is a outhouse back there.
One second, I'm trying to find the... Where is it?
You're fine, Gabe.
She's trying to
26
find a
is not on
description.
here.
26 isn't. Maybe it's here.
Well,
Here, I'll read it.
you can read from
I'll
the
read this.
front
This
part.
little house was built in the 1930s by Napoleon Pavine, a resident of Newport, New Hampshire. Napoleon built the playhouse for his 2 daughters, Irene and Gloria. Over the years, Napoleon and his wife Grace had 5 more daughters: Beverly, Norma Jean, Janice, Geraldine, and Sharon. The playhouse was a popular spot in the River Street area of Newport, where the neighborhood children would gather to play in this little house. Over the years, the Pavine girls grew up, married, and moved from the home, and the playhouse sat quietly in the backyard. During the 1960s, Napoleon had the playhouse moved to his daughter Beverly's home in Goshen, New Hampshire. Careful. All throughout the 1960s, the 4 willing children, Linda, Dana, Dale, and Mark, enjoyed many hours of playing in this wonderful little house. But they grew up and moved from their family home, so the playhouse sat quietly again in the backyard. Then in the 1980s, the playhouse was on the move once again. This time it was transported to North Sutton, New Hampshire, to Linda Llewellyn and Bill Blitzer's home on Route 114 for their daughter Brandy to enjoy during her growing up years. Quite a few children in the Sutton area, including Brandy's cousin Aaron, experienced many wonderful hours of play in this little house as it resided in the Bitzer home. It is now August 2007. It's time for the house to be moved again, perhaps for the last time. Bill, Linda, and Brandy Bitzer will be leaving in North Sutton and would like the playhouse to live on at Musselfield Farm. Hopefully many children will now have the opportunity to play and enjoy this little house, just as the Pavines, Llewellyns, and Bitzers in the past. The playhouse will most likely never sit quietly again.